Yo, 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 what's going on?
What's
Welcome
up,
back
man?
for another edition of Filmissart. We are here on a very, very active Tuesday night to give you a long awaited and long overdue Senior Bowl recap that we were supposed to do like 2 weeks ago, but we all bullcrapped and didn't do it. I am Arti, the executive director of Filmissart. I'm joined by some of my homies, some of my closest compadres. I got my twin to the right of me. How you doing today, Dalen?
Shit, I'm chilling. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you
We've been talking for like over an hour, just talking. I got Alex below me. How you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. Locked in, ready to go.
All right, man. Let's get right into it. First of all, just a general question, just for everybody to start a little icebreaker. Please, we'll all go in order. You can start, Jalen. Let's inform the viewers of how important the Senior Bowl truly is for these prospects. You know, these are guys who could be super seniors. These are guys who maybe got injured earlier in the year or just want to show that, you know, they can ball out at a higher division level, Division two guys that showed up at the show sometimes at the combine. So let's just inform the viewers of how important the combine is, and not the combine, the Senior Bowl is, and what it can do for a prospect.
I mean, the Senior Bowl can mean it can mean literally everything to a prospect, especially the seniors, because everybody values kind of youth and age and everything. So with them being older prospects, they'll kind of get overlooked, but also they compete against each other. They get to show what they can do. Maybe that wasn't answered. Maybe questions that weren't answered, during the season. Just everything. It's important. I mean, as a Cowboys fan, our quarterback was a Senior Bowl guy. I mean, you could kind of pick and choose Senior Bowl guys all around the league, and they had them monster Senior Bowl weeks that got them drafted. Another one off the top of my head, Seahawks tackle Abraham Lucas. He was a big Senior Bowl guy. He was a Senior Bowl guy. So I mean, it matters. It literally does everything to their stock, and it does a lot for the teams too.
Absolutely, Alex, you can go ahead.
The Senior Bowls to me are more important than the combines because it shows you playing football. It can make or break you. We saw it this year. Everybody going into it was like, man, this dude Rasheed Rice, he's going to be this, that, and the third. And then he had a horrible Senior Bowl, and it was just like, get him out of here. That was all shade included. All shade included.
That man
Yeah,
said he wants to smoke early on the show.
because I was trying to tell you, you and Hunter was just locked in on that. I'm like, no.
Don't exclude him. Don't exclude him. You saw the offensive preview.
I was, but guess what I did? I sure did lock out. As soon as I seen the Senior Bowl, I locked out. You still in on it.
Yeah.
I got quiet as a church mouse, boy.
But yeah, so it's very important because, like Dalen alluded to a little bit, you have juniors, man, who just take over the show. Everybody's like, if you're not good enough to come out your junior year, then you're just not good at all. He missed a name that was the Senior Bowl was huge for him, even though he had a monster senior season. But Hutchinson, I mean, it helped him so much.
Yes.
It helped him so much.
Yes.
It helped him so much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just
Viral.
it's just one of those things where you just can't miss. If you're a senior and you have the eligibility and invite, you need to be at Senior Bowl. I wish the NFL Combine was more like the Senior Bowl, but they want to see people in shorts.
Yeah.
But
Underwear Olympics, man. You can't beat it. You can't beat
yes, you
it.
can. Go suit up. Go suit up. But yeah, it's very important.
For sure. I agree with everything these gentlemen have said. I think the Senior Bowl is also good for, you get to really put these prospects in a room and see what they know early. You know what I'm saying? You get to get them in interviews. You get to get them on a board, see their football IQ. You get to see what kind of character they have.
You also get them in the classroom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get them break down tape. But wasn't Aiden Hutchinson last year? Wasn't he in the Senior Bowl?
I can't remember. I
No,
can't remember.
no, he wasn't actually. He didn't attend.
Okay. He
That's what
should
I
have.
was gonna get to. I was gonna talk about some players that didn't attend. But I'll save that because that's our last question for the day. Yeah. So, but yeah, like I was saying, get them in the classroom, see what they know, how they see the game mentally, and then just talk to them, just get to know them. It's like the first date essentially for the
Mhm.
prospects and the teams to really get to know these players that they'll be potentially selecting in the draft in April. But yeah, man, we're gonna get right into it. Our first question today is: did Jake Hayner do enough to sell himself, at least as a challenger, to like a Tanner McKee for the quarterback 6 spot?
No, he didn't.
I don't know why
Dalen
y'all
looked crap.
laughing. I mean, he was very impressive.
No,
So
I mean,
he was impressive, but that was the problem. When you look at Jake
yeah.
Hayner's tape, he'll have a game where he's like, "Whoa, this dude, he got some sauce with him," and then the very next game, it's like, "Bro, who is this guy? Did he change uniforms? Like, what Food Line employee did you just hire?" Like,
That
so
sounds
like,
like somebody I know from Florida.
hmm?
That sounds like somebody I know from Florida.
But he don't have the same traits that that dude from Florida has.
I'm
So
just
that's
saying
what I'm
that sounds like
saying.
somebody I know from Florida.
Hey, remind me how Jalen Hurts looked like at Alabama.
He looked
He was
pretty
kind
It
good.
won't
He looked
good.
pretty
It won't that good, was it? No, it won't.
it wasn't. Yeah.
Nah, he looked pretty good. He didn't look
I
good. He
mean,
looked great. He looked pretty good.
but he was
He
benched.
looked pretty good running the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, don't do that, man, like that, bro. I
I
mean,
mean,
he
he
an Eagles
wasn't.
so fucking much.
At
He,
Oklahoma, he turned.
but he
Okay,
don't do him like
okay.
that, bro. He
So
looked okay.
if that's the case, then why when he got to Oklahoma, everybody was like, "Whoa, he can actually pass the ball."
That's how it was for real. That's how it was.
That's how it
Well,
was.
when you get with Lincoln Riley, that's another thing too. You
Don't
get
matter.
you go
Don't
with the
matter. Don't
you go with
matter.
the you go. Hold on, let me finish, man. You get with the coach that actually puts you in position to throw the ball more to your
Uh
strengths.
huh.
Alabama was more just throwing him the ball.
Okay.
Just
So
asking him to throw the ball just like a standard passer and allow
right.
him to create off
Okay.
script.
Okay. So would it be fair that Richardson has the same issue and the same type of scheme at Florida that Jalen Hurts had to suffer through at Alabama? That when he got
Similar,
to similar.
similar.
So you mean to tell me
But
if
here's the difference. There's the big difference between Jalen Hurts and Anthony Richardson. Let me cook for a second. We had at least 4 years of film on Jalen Hurts. We saw at least some level of improvement. We seen on 13 games Anthony Richardson. One day that one, I'm sorry, not one day, not one game. One play that man was brilliant. Next play that man was ass. And you know we telling you. We talked about this off camera.
yeah, we
Jalen
have.
Hurts had actual games of him playing good football consistently.
Let
That
me
man
ask you
Anthony
something.
Richardson is literally a walking orthodox. I mean paradox.
Name the four wide receivers that were actually first round picks that Jalen Hurts had to throw to.
See, that's the problem, bro. He only played with them for 1 year.
That's all you need.
No. Hold on. And then when they played with them for 1 year, they were freshmen. He didn't even get to play with Waddle. He played with three. Jalen Hurts, y'all remember, Jalen Hurts was the starter.
No. I'm not, okay.
He was the starter in 2016. 2017 was the year he was the second year he was a starter, and that's the year that in the championship game against Georgia they pulled him out for Tua.
Let me ask you a
So
question.
he never got the experience of being a starting quarterback with those four horsemen. He never got that experience.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Jalen Hurts he didn't have the luxury of throwing to Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Who's Anthony Richardson throwing the ball to?
Justin Shorter. Justin Shorter, gang. Justin Shorter.
All right.
That's all I know. I don't know nobody else.
So let me
All right, Dad.
let me cook. Let me cook. Now, since you want to cook, let me cook. All right.
All right.
What was Jalen Hurts before he got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith
I don't even
in
want
his
to show
second
this
year?
man clips now.
Hmm?
No, You said what?
Who was Jalen Hurts before he got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith not being a rookie?
She was a
So,
runner.
but see, that's cheating though. We're
That's
having
not
an
cheating.
NFL conversation now.
That's not
No.
cheating. That's not cheating.
Yes, it
Here's the thing.
is.
No, it's not, because listen to me.
Why are we talking about this? We supposed to be talking about Jake Hader.
I know. I don't know. Because you started throwing shade about Anthony Richardson. But anyway,
Hey,
all right, move on. Jake
you
Hader, he did.
defensive over the wrong quarterback, you know.
No, but first of all, Wakanda forever. If you're not gonna do no slander to a black quarterback in my watch, bro.
First of all, whoa! I didn't get on pepper, bro.
It's still
I
Black
didn't
History
get on
Month.
pepper, bro.
It's
You gotta
still
talk to
Black
me like
History
that.
Month.
I got an HBCU shirt on, bro. Don't do
I don't
that.
care.
Don't let him do be him black. It's all about ability and consistency. You know it's never
Okay,
that.
first of all, if you want to talk about ability, no quarterback, and I don't care what you say, no quarterback has more ability than Anthony Richardson. Now, does he use
What
that
does ability mean to you, though?
Like, his ceiling is higher than any quarterback in this class.
Fair.
that's pretty
Fair.
apparent. That's
Fair.
pretty apparent.
Fair, but
Nobody-
that's obvious. That's obvious. What
Right.
else can you say?
So, but I mean,
What else can you say? Hold on. Because Jamarcus Russell had potential.
Jamarcus Russell didn't show up for practice. He didn't just watch film.
My point. Hey, listen. That ain't got nothing to do
What
with
was
me.
I
My point
just
is
telling you?
Jamarcus Russell had potential. Okay, that's a bad example. All right,
It's a horrible example. What was I just telling you?
Example of a guy who had a bunch
Anthony
of
Richardson is a gym rat, and he's a film rat.
If he a film rat, why does he miss receivers wide open 5 yards over their head?
His mechanics.
Mechanics.
Do you
I
know?
mean, come on, we just seen it. We just seen it with Josh Allen. I mean, remember before Josh Allen was an MVP candidate every year?
Don't say
Remember
Josh
Allen at Wyoming?
Don't do that. No.
He could be better
Don't
than
say
him in a
Josh
couple
Allen.
years. Let me tell you something. When Anthony Richardson he misses throws, look at it again in a different angle. He's throwing on his heels. When he's throwing in a platform, when he's on his toes, when he's throwing strong, he's not missing that bad. Like every quarterback misses throws, even when the mechanics and the techniques is fine. Like, you're gonna miss throws. It is what it is. But those bad throws that you're talking about, come from him throwing off his heels and his feet stopping, they're not moving. The same problem that Caleb Williams
They stop
has.
every other play.
Yeah, his mechanics are bad. He has bad habits that he needs to be coached
So
up on.
why are we talking about him?
Because you brought him up.
Let me be clear. I don't think Anthony Richardson is trash. I don't think he's trash. But my problem is
I can't tell.
people attach themselves to him strictly because of his potential and his athletic ability. And I get it. The dude is 6'4", 230. He's probably going to run a 4.4 this week, whatever. My issue is you act like the inconsistencies are normal. They're not.
They're not normal, but at the end of the day, that's still coachable. That's still coachable. I mean, I'm just saying.
He's still QB3, bro.
We see Josh Allen his first 2 years be
yes,
bottom,
but at
be
least
bottom
I've
in completion
seen
percentage.
Levis be a functional quarterback.
We've seen Anthony Richardson. You making it seem like he doo-doo every single game. Oh, my God. Hey, look, man, we come back in a couple of years, and this dude's balling. I'm really
listen.
like the same way I hang over Greg
his
Russo
college
over
tape
your
is
head.
inconsistent.
The same way I hold Greg Russo over your head. Well,
First of all, I see. Because now I want to punch my kid. You can't say that. That's fighting words. That's fighting words. You can't say that name. You know you can't say that name around me. That's fighting words. Because why would you do that? Now I'm sad.
You better hope that he's the biggest bust in the entire NFL.
I don't hope anything. I hope he's great.
No, you don't. You slandered that man.
Listen, my point is in my evaluation. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give you under the table hand jobs because you run fast and you throw for them. I'm not doing that. You have got to show me some form of consistency for me to consider you a top tier quarterback prospect.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
Now, did Jake Hader do enough to sell himself as at least a challenger for quarterback 6 to Tanner McKee? Yes or no? Why?
Nope.
I
Why?
personally, I don't
Because
really.
to me, the Senior Bowl is not like the Combine where you can just jump high and all this stuff, and boom, you just this nice player. Jake needs to show more consistency because he doesn't have the traits that other players have. He doesn't have the elite arm. He doesn't have the elite athleticism that can just like, oh, we can use that to continue to let him develop. He doesn't have that. So he has to show the capability to be more consistent because he doesn't have legs to depend on.
Yeah, that y'all saw I put that in his report. His mobility isn't bad, but it's not ideal. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But my thing is why I asked the question is because so Tanner McKee's basically the same way. Tanner McKee obviously has more physical tools because he is 6'6", but he is a little slower. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have the strongest arm, but he does have the well, not the accuracy, but he has the ability to make a few more throws, in my opinion, than Hainer does. But I think because of Hainer's performance, Hainer showed because he's a 6 foot guy like Bryce. Well, Bryce 5'10", but he's around a 6'1" guy.
Yeah,
And
I
I
will
saw,
say, I will say, Hannah was the best quarterback at the combine,
that's
which
why I asked the
made
question.
yeah,
Yeah, I try to
which
go
made
position by
which
position. Yeah.
made my comment. I mean, not my comment, but made Jerry Jones's comment very concerning because if Max Duggan was the
Oh
one
my
No,
that
lord!
I
impressed,
Oh,
think
like I was really confused.
oh,
Right,
you
exactly,
ever had
exactly.
you ever had you ever had a friend who you know, this is gonna sound funny because I feel like I'm talking to myself. You ever had a friend who you know isn't the best, but they need that pat on the back? I feel like that's what he did for Duggan because he knows that Duggan's probably gonna be there in the 7th round, and we're gonna probably end up picking him. So he wanted to go ahead and start giving him a little pats on the back, like, hey, like you're not that talented, but just know that we're fans of you in Dallas. Because there's no way that Jerry Jones saw that tape of or saw any clips on the internet or whatever he saw of Max Duggan and said, "Yeah, that's the best quarterback out here." There's no way. I
I
mean, the
mean,
guy
that's
from Marshall was better than him.
well,
Seriously.
that's why I say it's concerning because that explains Taco Charlton, that explains Tristan Hill because it's like, how can you be like these players that like you could have got Tristan Hill in like the fourth, you could have got Connor McGovern as an undrafted free agent. Like I was really confused. Like that year, I had Connor McGovern as a 6th round pick. I
I
was really
didn't. I
confused.
didn't. I didn't. I wasn't scouting that year. Go
all right.
ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna tell
ahead,
you
Dale.
this.
Chime in.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. So apparently, the way the Cowboys scout, again, this is pretty obvious, especially with like Jalen Smith, players like Jalen Smith. They'll watch the tape, they ignore the injury. They don't even consider the injury. Wherever he was pre-injury, that's
What?
where he stays. Yes, that's where he stays. That's why Jalen Smith was
Oh,
their 2nd round pick. That's why Connor
oh no.
McGovern, they actually had a 2 on Connor McGovern.
Oh no. I
Oh
remember that. I remember that
gosh.
coming out, but he was injured. Did we draft
Yeah,
him?
McGovern, I think torn his pec. McGovern did something. I don't remember what McGovern did.
That's I don't like that. But this isn't a Cowboy show, so we'll talk about that later. Um, our next question. I hope Alex gets back in here soon because this is an offensive line question. My question for you, Dalen, is did oh he's coming back. Okay. My question is did Osiris Torrance change your mind over the Senior Bowl week, specifically with his concerns in pass protection? Because that's something that I've discussed and me and Alex have discussed together about how we don't know how Torrance will hold up in the NFL in terms of pass protection. So did that change for anyone based on what we saw during Senior Bowl week?
Um, I changed my mind specifically. I'm gonna say no. Um, Ironically, actually, I was watching a video, and this was a comment that came from Alex from Hail Mary Sports. He said a lot of the concerns that he's got with Torrance were the same concerns that you had from Kenyon Green. And Kenyon Green, he oftentimes struggled in pass pro. He was getting whooped. it was kind of concerning. Now Torrance is obviously much bigger. In terms of strength, I'd say they're probably about even. Maybe Torrance is a little bit stronger, but
Okay.
when you're comparing them in pass pro, Torrance is already like much bigger, so he's obviously going to be much more slow footed and I guess more susceptible to the three techs kind of whoop him inside with some speed. So it's a little bit concerning, but I mean he's still your best interior lineman in terms of like this class though. So.
Yeah.
But he's like one, two. I'd say no farther than 4, maybe on people's list. Shouldn't be.
Yeah, I asked because, we at Filmissart here, we don't like to basically glorify prospects. We at least try to show that they do have some dinks in the armor because these prospects aren't perfect. So it's good to be critical of prospects where they can get better at, even if it's something minor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor, Alex. You're the offensive line guru here at Filmissart. I'm gonna let you take it away and talk about how you felt about Osiris Torrance and his performance over the Senior Bowl week.
So when I was first looking at it and rewatching it, I was like, man, this dude is getting like smacked in pass sets. And when they were asking him to
First day was rough for him.
yeah, when you look at it, and when they were doing like run block and stuff, nobody was getting past it. Nobody was getting past him at all. And it made me think. I started looking a little closer. I was like, okay, why is he getting beat so hard in pass sets? And I just had an idea. It was just like he doesn't have the athletic ability to counter once somebody uses their speed or their whatever their move is. He doesn't have the ability to, like we saw how like Tyler Smith, like he's strong and he's like this dumb strong, but he also had that anchor. If Torrance is not attacking, he can't just take a bull rush and anchor the way now if he's attacking first and he still gets bull rushed, but he's attacking and he's forward in his hips and everything, he still could anchor down. But if he's just like waiting and taking it, he's gonna get plastered every single time. So my thing is, when I was looking at that, it was I
What's
thought
it
it
called?
was yeah, okay.
DJ Dale.
I was looking at that. I was looking at that, and it was like, okay, well, I see something that looks negative, but if you flip it in coaching, it's like that's actually positive. So, as a coach, in a coaching aspect, it's like, look, you cannot allow them to beat you to the punch. You go attack. I don't care if it's a pass set. And you're told to be patient and wait. No, you go up there and you, as long as you don't pass the line of scrimmage, you attack that guard that's coming after you or whoever's coming in your gap. And that's the best way to get Torrance and get him to like utilize the the best of his abilities. Because if he's just sitting back, if this Jelly rep is bad, he got cooked up on that one. I saw that.
You got beat inside.
But I mean that's his best route.
Okay, so let me ask Alex this. I just want to ask this. So,
go ahead.
A lot of can he necessarily gain that athletic ability? Like, okay, we know first off he's huge. He's huge. He's like 300. He's almost 350 pounds. And you get into a little bit of background. He's like 400 plus pounds before he actually went all the way down. Do you think if he sheds a little bit of weight, maybe he can gain a little bit of foot speed? Do you think it matters? I just want your opinion on, hey, can he gain the athletic ability if he loses a little bit of weight?
Absolutely. If you look back at, like I've already said his name, Tyler Smith. A lot of his problems came from how big he was. You saw how he looked when he came in as far as like his initial draft pick and like the rookie mini camp, he was just big. And when he came back from that break and training camp, and everybody was like, "Whoa, who was this dude?" And he just chiseled. I mean, he's just like, lost a lot of weight and just put on some pounds of muscle. And he was just like, "Whoa, this is all completely different dude." He's like, "Are you sick?" It was the same. It was the same weight, but he was just like chiseled. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, okay, that's what Torrance needs to do. Torrance needs to do whatever Tyler Smith had going on and just chisel his body. He probably still needs to get down to like 330 because I think him being big and powerful is still his key. Like that's what makes Osiris Torrance. But absolutely, you can tell. Like when he was in high school, I've actually known about this kid since he was in high school.
That's a dang good rep right here. I just seen it
Yeah,
about.
but you see him engaging first. Once
Mm-hmm.
he engages first, you're not beating him once he does that.
It's too powerful.
He's too powerful. So he has to have an attack mindset every single snap. I don't care if it's pass or if it's run. Now, if it's run, oh my God, good luck. Torrance and Tyler Smith on a combo block.
Oh, that's terrifying. That man can move 10 yards.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but if I was the Cowboys and I could have any offensive lineman, I think putting Tyler and Torrance together is actually long term more beneficial to Tyler than putting him at guard and having Tyron be the left tackle. Simply because we've seen Tyler at left tackle already. Now we all want the dream. We all want the dream of Tyler at left guard and Tyron at left tackle because that's like end game, right? That's like beautiful. But think about it like this: if you have Torrance at left guard, you have someone similar to Tyler who can give you a higher floor as a guard than what we would expect it of Tyler as a rookie.
Okay.
Right. We can agree on that.
So the reason why I was shaking my head is not because I don't want Tyler Smith at left tackle. I don't want to move him to left guard.
Oh, really?
But,
oh, wow. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the reason why I was shaking my head is because
you don't think he's a left guard?
Who?
Do you think he can play left guard?
Who?
Torrance.
I think he can. I think he'd be a good left guard, but I don't think he's the best interior lineman in this draft class. I don't. I'm sorry.
For us?
And for anybody, just overall.
Well, who's your top interior lineman?
And the reason why you guys don't have him as number one is because you're not thinking outside the box and you don't really consider him a guard. But it's Cody Mauch.
Cody Mauch.
Cody Mauch.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Not in my opinion, no. But your offensive line guy, I'll defer to you. But
so the reason why I say that, he is 6'5", 6'4", something like that, 305.
Now let me ask you this real quick as we get ready to move on to the next question. He's played every position on the line, right?
Except center.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You watch his clips. There's clips of him on Twitter freaking running down dudes. It's terrifying.
That's my favorite thing about Cody Mauch, besides how powerful he is in the run game, is the fact that he knows how to finish. That dude's a finisher. And he knows how to find work too.
He is so fast.
He's terrifying.
He is so fast. And he's so strong. So I'm confused how y'all think Torrance is better than him.
No, I can definitely see. I can see my. I don't even fight against it because I value my interior lineman being able to move. He is on a different spectrum of I can move. You know,
when I saw Jason Kelce just pulling and just running the Super Bowl, I'm like, I just wish I had a left guard or a center that can do that.
Yeah.
Because if I can find a scenario where I can get Cody Mauch and Lucason from Michigan.
First of all, if you want us to be completely honest, we could probably get Cody Mauch in the third. Probably get him.
But to be safe, because we picked at the end of the third, go ahead and just take him in the second or trade out.
Second.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair. But for me personally, if we take Mauch in the second, depends we get in the first. If we don't do anything in free agency and we get a receiver in the first, okay, then we can take Mauch in the second. But if we crap out and we end up with a linebacker or something, we got to get a receiver in a second.
If that linebacker is
I mean,
Trent
I'm sorry, you
Simpson, I'm
got
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
if
okay.
he's Simpson, I'm fine. I'm fine.
yeah. As long as it's not Drew Sanders in the first, we can
No,
Hey,
have
look.
that.
Hey, look.
No,
Let me tell you
look.
something.
No,
Let me tell you
look.
something.
Oh, listen.
He's
I
good,
know.
but I'm scared.
liking
No,
him.
look, I'm
I like
scared.
him in a second.
I'm actually
I
no,
like
no.
him in the first. I mean,
I'm
I
actually
like him.
scared. I'm actually scared
Okay.
because in the back of my head, I honestly think Jerry Jones is gonna pick that dude.
Hey, listen. The last time he did see a white linebacker that can move, he did take him. So
It's not even about the white linebacker that can move. I mean, it's like
it's the
that, but it's
position
like
for versatility, bro. This man
Yeah.
played edge at Bama for 2
I
years and then
know, I
transferred
know,
to
I know, I
Arkansas and
know,
played
I know
linebacker.
exactly. But you said the reason why I'm scared he actually gonna take him because he went to Arkansas. You know, Jerry
I
Jones.
mean, but
That's the
that's
main
that's
issue
that's
right there.
different though. That's
That's the
Oh
different
my
main
though.
issue
That's
right
different.
gosh.
there.
He,
That's the
he
main
he he's only taken what 3 Arkansas players in
Yeah,
his
because they
entire career.
trash, but he overvalued. If you're good coming out of Arkansas, Jerry's just like, oh, give me that.
I don't ever do that on camera ever
Hey,
again in
he's
your
right.
life, bro.
No, he's right though. He
Do that
absolutely is
on
right.
camera.
He absolutely is right though. Just know that. Just know in a few years, our next
Nah,
quarterback is going to end up. Our next quarterback is going to end up being his grandson. I don't even know his name. His
Bro,
grandson. His
nah, he
his
don't
I'm
even play
surprised.
grandson.
football
I'm
no more.
surprised. I'm surprised
He
he
don't even
ain't
play
over
football
like
no more,
waiting for
bro.
KJ Jefferson or something, man. Like,
Oh no.
If we
Yeah.
listen, if we get KJ Jefferson, now I'm gonna wait until next year to give my like final whatever on him because I do quarterback shit. If we get KJ Jefferson, like we got him today, like I would cry, like I'll be like, what are y'all doing? You know. But we need to get off that. We press for time. Um, let's have some fun a little bit here. Let's talk about some scheme fits for running back prospect Tyjae Spears. What you think?
I mean,
I go first.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Do you think? Do you think?
So, in my personal opinion, there's 3 teams that would be perfect for
I
Tyjae
love it.
Spears.
That's what I was gonna ask. You got to give at least 3. Yeah.
Yeah. And the first one, the one that makes the most sense, hurts me to my core to say this.
Don't say it, bro. I was just giving them props all mock draft. Don't say it, bro.
Philadelphia Eagles,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, they make the
That's,
most.
that's
Let me be objective. Let me be draft Artie right now. Not Kent.
let me get my 3 out. Let me get my 3 out. Then you can be draft already, right? But the first one, and it makes the most sense, is Philly. The second one is Minnesota,
Okay.
and then the third one, and hopefully because they got their running backs galore and they won't take them, but also the 49ers.
Ironically, I had the Niners on mine too. My Niners
And
is
the
mine
reason
too.
the reason why I say the 49ers is because, in my personal opinion, again, Tyjae Spears is not only a really good running back, but he's probably the best wide zone runner in this class.
Mhm.
In terms of people that run in the wide zone and the way he picks his spot, I don't think anybody runs the wide zone any better. And San Fran loves their wide zone runners.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead. T. I'm
I think I probably agree with all the teams. I forget Minnesota's a wild team, but yeah, I pretty much agree with all the teams. I probably would put the Niners above Minnesota, but I mean, I agree. And especially with the Niners because I know, sure, they like throwing the McCaffrey and everything like that, but man, I mean, you seen him in the Senior Bowl or during the week, he was cooking dudes on route. So hey, put him out there on a route every once in a while and watch him cook. So yeah, I'd probably agree with Alex's 3. That's it.
And if you want to get shaky, then the fourth team is Cleveland. But who needs another running back when you got Nick Chubb?
Man, you got Nick Chubb, man.
You got Kareem Hunt too. Well, he's a free agent, so
Yeah,
free
he's
agent now,
deucing
but
out of there.
But hey, that'd be a heck of a change of pace, though.
Ain't much of a change of pace. Nick Chubb just need 40 carries.
Yeah, that's the problem. He don't need 40 carries. Just give it to him.
Just give it to him, man.
He really only need like 22. He gonna get you
Let's talk about this
He'll
right
get you
quick.
105
Can
with
we
2 tubs.
can we just like imagine how good Nick Chubb would be if he never tore his knee up at Georgia his sophomore year?
He'd be a monster.
He tore his knee up.
Bro, because that's
Yeah.
took away a little bit from him. But if his knee was completely, oh my god,
That's how you
He
remember.
tore.
We've seen the screenshots of him
I-
running trials, and yeah, it's terrifying. He probably would.
Listen, believe it or not, even though I'm the most flamboyant, the most good looking, the most charming on this panel, on this department, I'm the baby as far as scouting goes. So I didn't even know that Nick Chubb tore his ACL or ripped his knee up or whatever as a sophomore. I didn't even
ain't
know
no
that.
way, bro, ain't no way. Yeah,
I
that's
had
why
no idea. I
that's
promise
why
you, I had no idea about that.
That was one of the main.
What year was it? Was it 2015?
Nah, it was so he came out in 2018, 2017. No. When did it was
Oh, he tore it in the NFL?
no, he tore I'm
No. It was in college. It was in college.
It was in college because he was Baker. What year did Baker Mayfield? He went number one in
Baker
2018.
Mayfield came out.
So he tore his ACL in 2016 because he was a freshman.
Okay.
He was a freshman because he played 4 years. He was because I was surprised he went back to school. He tore his.
I ain't even watched college football
He
that year.
completely tore up the SEC his freshman year. I mean, nobody could stop Nick Chubb his freshman year. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing we've ever seen. He outshined anything that Todd Gurley ever did at Georgia. I mean, he was just.
He did. I was gonna say, yeah. You want to go back? You want to go back and talk about running back? That was probably one of the best dudes, if not probably the best dude in college football. Gurley, but Chubb his freshman year.
Chubb, bro. If he would have been healthy, I think he went second round to Cleveland. But Chubb could have
top of second.
I'm sorry. I'll say this because if Saquon can go 2, Chubb could have went 1, in my opinion. Think about that.
I didn't see him. I only saw senior Chubb or junior Chubb, whatever year that was when he
You gotta watch. You gotta watch Chubb.
Listen. If what y'all saying is what y'all saying, then I can see that because
there was
nothing. First of all, freshman backs at Georgia don't even touch the field. So the fact that he touched the field at Georgia as a freshman is crazy.
He was the bell cow week 1.
What?
Man,
nah, forget about it. No. See now I'm excited. Now I got something to go back and watch. Now I'm excited.
He got like 20 something carries his first game. He was.
Now I'm excited. Yeah. Now, all right, I'm hard. I'm hard already. Stop. I'm stopped.
I was like, go watch him. Go watch him, and then try to go compare him to his Sonny Michel. But yeah, go back and watch him, and go back and watch Sonny Michel. Let's see who really was good.
Hey, that's one of them ones. The one I didn't scout, but I always thought he was kind of like, Nick Chubb looked better than Sonny Michel. But anyway, let's get back on topic because we've been sidebarring a lot. I'm gonna hand it off to my defensive back guru expert now. So my boy Dalen, twin. Which cornerback prospect helped themselves the most at the Senior Bowl? Was it Josh Brent, Darius Rush, Ty Stevenson, or maybe another cornerback?
I'm probably, let's see, I might cheat and give it a little 2, but I would say easily, like, off this list, probably Darius Rush the most. I mean, he was probably the only that was he was probably your most consistent one, or at least one of your most consistent DBs outside of obviously like Tyreek Stevenson. But I think Stevenson came in with some pedigree. He came in with a little bit of pedigree, so it makes sense. But I don't get. Rush had like no hype. Rush had no hype at all. That's what I'm saying. Everybody was Cam Smith. So yeah, he had no hype at all. And and even Josh Brent low key kind of impressed a little bit, just nowhere near the level of I would say Darius Rush. But not a corner, but the one DB that actually impressed much, Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown held his own.
Oh yeah, his stock went up a ton over the Senior Bowl. I had him as like a midday threat guy. Now he's like pushing maybe like right below our top 100. Like he rose for me a lot.
Yeah.
Seen
So those are probably the two main DBs that rode their stock. But out of the three corners, I would say Darius Rush.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how this is even a question. Because, I mean, Josh Brent, he had a little bit of pedigree, but, I mean, he impressed, but it wasn't like, whoa.
Yeah.
And Ty Stevenson,
He has a nice
he was on.
PBU. He has nice PBUs, and
Yeah.
I think during the game, I think he had a couple as well.
Yeah, Stevenson.
I asked because at 6'3", most corners at 6'3". I'm not saying he moves great. Most corners 6'3" don't really move that well.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, just to test the watch how y'all felt about him.
Tyreek Stevenson, he had an amazing week. We kind of knew he would, but he had a lot of people talking about him before the Senior Bowl. I mean, like nobody. At least I didn't. I didn't know who Darius Rush was until the Senior Bowl. I was like, "Who's this dude?"
I think I had him on watch list, but I hadn't watched him yet.
I ain't have him on nothing. I didn't even know his name.
Nothing. So.
I knew nothing about him, but I kept looking at him. I'm like, "Bro, who is this dude? Locking up everybody." Made people look stupid. I wanted to see him matched up a little bit more on Jaden Reed and Xavier Hutchinson, but you can't have everything you want. But he was very impressive.
You finna talk about Jaden Reed in a second. Yeah, I agree. I think it was Darius Rush. I think Tyreek Stevenson's stock was pretty secured. He was probably a day 2 guy already. Probably a day 2 guy already. Josh Brent stock really didn't improve. He just showed I can play a little bit. I think Darius Rush really, really, really improved his stock. He's a guy who, you talk about length at a corner. I think that sometimes we forget how important it is because we see so many long corners. But you really saw in the reps that he had, man, where his length showed up, and he was just absolutely blanketing dudes. You know what I mean?
I'll say this right now, and y'all can say whatever I want to say, but if Darius Rush goes to that combine and runs something crazy,
oh my God,
I wouldn't be.
He's out of there. Then now we're talking about top 50. Yeah, he's out of there.
I would not be mad if somebody took him in the first round.
Yeah.
Okay. First round's a little bit of a push for me, only because there are a bunch of corners in front of him that are only better in technique.
Here's my thing, man. You got the top 5, right? You got the top 5. Yeah.
Top 5 is solid.
You got
and then you got Ringo, and you got Banks.
Ringo, bye. Banks.
Banks?
Now, Banks. I give you Banks. Banks.
Hey,
now.
Banks.
Okay. What I'm saying is,
okay.
I won't be mad if 8 corners go in the first round.
Hey, bro, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, bro. This class is insane.
It really is.
I've never seen a position group this deep in my life.
Literally not since was it Lamb and then came out? Not since Lamb and that receiver.
You talking about the wide receiver?
Yeah, that receiver group was deep.
This is crazy. Like
that wide receiver group is not as deep.
I don't like 10 corners in our top 100.
Yeah, like that.
At least.
That's as close. I agree, Dan. That's as close as it can get. But
the corners is still deeper though. Don't.
Yeah,
you probably got 15 dudes that could probably go start for people, go play like very key minutes. That's what I'm saying.
And you can't miss. You can't miss.
You got dudes like Emmanuel Forbes who have 6 pick sixes. Literally talking about them as like mid-second round.
There's a rumor about Forbes.
What's that?
What's the rumor?
Apparently he put on 15 pounds.
Ooh!
Apparently he put on 15 pounds.
I was just about to say, if that man puts on the weight, he probably better than all these other corners.
if he puts on 15 pounds,
Because that's
runs
all he
something
was
crazy,
really missing.
If he puts on
Bro,
15 pounds and still,
that's all he was really missing.
if he puts on 15 pounds and still stays the same player that he was,
oh my God,
he's the best. He's CB1.
Okay, I don't know about
I
that.
don't know about Over Gonzalez, but he easily has ball to fight. I probably
Let me tell you something.
you have to expand that list from
Pipe
five.
down. I
Expand
don't know
the
about
list from five
CB1,
to
but
like
he's dang
7,
sure in the
8.
top 5. He's in
Let
the
me tell you
top 5.
something.
He put on
No.
15 pounds.
I
He
love-
better than
I-
Clark Phillips. I'll give you that.
Christian-
He better than Clark Phillips.
I love Christian
100%.
Gonzalez. I know Christian Gonzalez, and he's my favorite corner. But when you watch Emmanuel Forbes play football,
Oh, he's nasty. He plays with an edge, a tenacity. He plays like the ball is his.
when you look at fluid hips, when you look at ball skills, when you look at tackling, when you look at IQ, when you look at just tenacity in terms of playing corner, the only weakness that I have for Emmanuel Forbes is when he gets beat because somebody's bullying him. That's it. The only thing his only weakness is his strength. And you mean to tell me that he keeps all his strengths and takes care of his weakness by adding that weight before? There's not a corner in this class better than Emmanuel Forbes at that weight. If he's still the same corner, if he can still move the same, if he can still cover the same and tackle the same, nobody.
I'm not allowed that top 5 list easily
I
expands
love
to 6.
But I'm telling you, bro, he's not. That's a tough 6. He's got to crack. Even at the 15 pounds, bro. Listen, bro, and I feel you. I feel you though. I guarantee you, if you put on 15 pounds, we can have that literal conversation.
Man, when I was watching,
he's better than Clark Phillips already. We can start having that conversation with him and Cam Smith for real. Like for real.
No, we can have a conversation with him and Joey Porter Jr. Joey Porter
really
Jr.
Can. You could again you could put him up against any of your top 5 corners. If he put on that 15 pounds, you can put him up against any of your top 5 corners. Put him up against any of them.
Tough.
Really, put him up.
Tough sledding. We having a blast. We getting excited. Here on Filmissart. Yeah, man. We're gonna go ahead and move to the next question, gentlemen. Did Michael Wilson, Jalen Reed, and y'all favorite Xavier Hutchinson prove that the value of this draft for wide receiver is really day 2?
I feel like we knew kind of going into it that the value would be more or less day 2. Because to me, like I said, outside of really Addison, I don't think any other receiver deserves to be taken round 1. So I think day 2 is where you have your run of receivers. But Michael Wilson showed that he could play. It was very good to show that he could play, especially since he's got a lot of injury concerns and everything. So it was nice to see that he can play. He can go out there. He can go compete. So it was very nice because teams might have took him off their board because hey, he's just got a big injury red flag. That's it. Other than that, he's got the traits that you're looking for to play. Jaden Reed, he showed that he can play. He doesn't have the production, but again, he showed he's got the speed. He's got he's got the speed. He's a pretty good route runner, pretty nice route runner. Again, him return man ability. He showed all that. So I think Jaden Reed might have snuck in the day 2. And then the star of the show, Xavier Hutchinson. I've been on him for a minute.
Was he really though? Was he really the star of the show?
Yes.
Yeah, he was. He rarely. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, even when Rex looked tied, he just somehow slipped out and found a way to win. So I think Hutchinson easily proved himself to be day 2. I already had him day 2. So I just think now I think everybody else consensus should play him day 2.
Yeah. And I'm on baby watch right now. My son just woke up. He's hungry, so if he wakes up again, then I'm out. Yeah. Where'd Arti go?
I don't know where Arti go. How did he go? This man probably clicked. He actually clicked the wrong button. I know he did.
Technical difficulties, man. Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Be back, bro.
But Xavier Hutchinson, man, he's just so filthy. There's not a time when you look at his tape, when you actually like watch like the TV copy, third down, you ain't going nobody else. The other team know where you're going. Third and long, third and short, don't matter. Everybody know where the ball's going, and that's important. That's important to me because not only does your offense recognize that and your quarterback recognizes that, but that defense recognizes that, and they can't stop it. That's important.
Hmm.
And then he goes up to the Senior Bowl and he just cooks up everybody. Xavier Hutchinson, to me, if he goes out and does his thing at the combine, you can draft him anywhere you want. I don't care. I don't. I don't care about these grades that people put on. Oh, these. Oh, I got my top 100. Can you play football? If I draft you in the first round, even though people don't like that decision, will you make me right by being a good football player? I don't care where I pick you. Do I feel like I'm? Can I? This is how I draft. If the next pick that I pick, do I think I can get you? No. Okay. Do I have enough assets to trade up? Maybe not. All right, I'm gonna draft you now. Be done with it. Make me right by being a good football player. And if you draft him wherever you draft him, Xavier Hutchinson is gonna do that.
Hey, what's very valuable to me about Hutchinson too, he can do it inside and he can do it outside at his height, and he's got a lot of wiggle body control thing.
If he runs a 4.49 or better, sign me up.
Hell yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Y'all done?
Yeah, man.
Y'all
I
done?
mean, I
Y'all
tried to tell
done?
you about Hutchinson a minute ago.
I already knew
Hey,
about him. That's the problem.
but
I
look,
already knew about him.
I know it's
When I
not
saw at
Senior
the
Bowl
Senior
related,
Bowl, I
but I got
wasn't
to,
impressed.
yeah,
Huh?
but this is a non-Senior Bowl plug. How about that 13 pounds from Zay Flowers, though?
Hey, that's fire.
Oh
That was
man,
fire. That's so
why you
fire.
why you gotta add salt to the wound? Y'all sitting here giving slow strokes to Xavier Hutchinson. Then you gonna add Zay Flowers into the conversation? Like, be for real.
Hey, no,
I'm gonna talk about Michael Wilson. I know it's great from him. I'm joking. Love you say about love Zay Flowers. Your top 5 wide receiver. I'm gonna talk about Michael Wilson a little bit because I think that he showed that with the injury guys, you never really know until you get them on the field, right? You never really know until you like once they're medically clear or what they can do. And he flashed like all week. Like, I want you guys that watch this video. The picture of Michael Wilson on our thumbnail is literally twerking out a receiver off the release so bad that he almost tripped over his own ankle and flashed to the other side of the screen. Like, he showed his ability to win at the line of scrimmage. He showed his ability to win over as a separator. He showed his ability to win in the intermediate as a intermediate route runner. I just really liked what I saw from him. And while the injuries do scare me, the flash just showed me that it's a guy that when fully healthy in the right system, he can be used as a very versatile X or Z. So I liked what I saw from Michael Wilson, man. I think it was good for him because with the injury guys, you know how it is. It's like, oh, everybody just wants to talk about your medicals. Everybody just wants to talk about how you're feeling. When you just can go out there and just play, you just go out there and just perform at the way he performed. I mean, I think he caught what, a 40-yard touchdown in the actual game. So I think the Senior Bowl was really big for him. Before the Senior Bowl, I had him as like undrafted, basically. I didn't know where his medicals were at. And after the Senior Bowl, we put him in our top 100. So yeah, it was good for him to have that exposure and to be able to take advantage of his opportunity like that.
Um, Sorry, Michael Wilson is actually very talented. I mean, just talent alone. I mean, he's just He's probably like top 5 in this class in terms of just wide receiver talent. I mean, he can high point the ball. He can separate. He's fast. He's elusive. Runs really good routes. But those injuries, man, are just so bad every single year.
Hey, bro.
Right? It's,
Good, bro.
it's just so bad. And if you're getting hurt like that in college, it's gonna be worse in the NFL. You don't get more healthy once you get to the NFL. It's just not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
So
It's harder to
it
stay healthy in a
sucks.
more violent game where the speed of the game is faster. Absolutely.
So
I agree.
it just sucks.
It does. It does.
Well, to a lot of point for Alex because you know he loves fat men. Let's talk about some scheme fits for let's talk about some scheme fits for Cody Mauch.
The Dallas Cowboys, easy.
Hey,
I ain't talking about nobody else.
I'm gonna sit back.
I'm not talking about nobody else.
it's a lot.
No, I'm talking about nobody else. Here's the thing:
mean-
we've been the last 2
That's selfish, man.
I don't care.
Okay.
I was I was objective with everybody else. This dude, that's mine. That's my guy. I want him to have a starter's helmet so bad because let's look at the history of our last 3 starting left guards. You had obviously Connor McGovern last year, Connor Williams, and then you had Leo Collins / Ronald Leary, but really Ronald Leary. Ronald Leary was just strong. He can pull. He wasn't like overly athletic, but he was strong. He had good pass sets. He could double team block. He was just a solid left guard. Wasn't star. He wasn't a star, but he was a solid left guard for us. Leo Collins, God rest his soul, he was trash at left guard and turned out to be a good right tackle. The problem with Leo,
Pretty good, yeah.
he was way too much of an athlete, and he didn't want to play guard. He was like, I'm too much of an athlete. Right? Tackles make too much money. I know I can't play left because Tyron's there, but I want that money. I want that bag. I don't want to play left guard. I want to play tackle. Once he got his opportunity to go tackle, everybody was talking about moving him back to guard. He was like, no, I want to play tackle. He was just a selfish player, just to be honest. And then you look at Connor Williams, heck of an athlete, but he was weak. Couldn't maintain a block. He was just getting thrown around. And then Connor McGovern, he was weak and he was slow. There's another trait about him that was good, except that he was a good old boy. That was it.
Dalen wants to do evil things. To
I can't stand. Do you
Bro,
know how
I
many?
can't stand
You know how many plays that Connor McGovern ruined this year for us?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I know. I don't want to talk about it.
It's too many.
You can
too many.
see him if he's just able to maintain his block or reach the second level or just give Dak a little bit of time. Yeah, so many touchdowns.
Or
so many-
just don't get beat after the snap. We can start there.
Just don't get beat.
Just don't get beat after Calabriata snaps the ball.
No, really.
Just terrible. But anyway, Cody Mauch embodies all the positive things in terms of strength that you got from Ronald Leary and then the athletic tools that Connor Williams brought you. Because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Connor Williams wasn't a great athlete. He was. But
He was.
I believe Cody Mauch is even better. And then Cody Mauch has that right here that's like, I see red, I'm a bull, I'm going to go kill that.
He's got one of the meanest streaks in the draft.
Like that, I like my mean streaks.
Like I said earlier, he always finds work, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if he's already got his man finished off. The center needs help. He's gonna go over there. He's gonna knock that defensive tackle's head off.
He
doesn't care.
And that's what I loved about last year with Trevor Penning. Everybody was talking about the other. I just love an offensive lineman that just wants to kill somebody. Just love it. But yeah, bring me Cody Mauch. Come on, Jerry Jones, do your job.
That's tough.
Before
we go to the next question, I just want to show everybody out there what Cody Mauch looks like, just so you can understand the type of type of menace to society we're talking about that fits the Dallas Cowboys perfectly.
That
Like,
dude,
like,
that dude is
does
indeed.
this man just not look like a menace? Does he just not look like a menace? Like, look at this man. He doesn't even have the 3 rows of his teeth right here. Like, man, that man's terrifying.
It really is. It really is. Especially him going from a 230, 220 pound tight end to 300 pounds and still maintaining that athleticism. That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
And he played all over the line.
That's so
everything but center.
literally everything but center.
But center, man.
Mm.
We are to our final 2 questions, and we all got things we got to do. So we're gonna try to wrap this up. But this is gonna be a very passionate discussion, probably, especially on my end. How big of a missed opportunity was it for Will Levis to not attend the Senior Bowl? Before we answer, I will say I heard a report today from Daniel Jeremiah saying that Will Levis played the entire 2022 season with a hurt left shoulder and a hurt toe.
Yeah.
So,
What is this left
and I
shoulder gonna do
personally
with
did
anything?
notice it and
Exactly.
And personally, I did notice watching him rolling to his left. He looked like he was favoring it a little bit.
The only
But
thing,
I just thought he was wrong left.
so the only thing that I mean, I said it, and then I was like, well, the left shoulder means everything to a quarterback because that's how you aim. If y'all know like the technique and everything,
Yeah.
where your left shoulder should lean towards. I mean, it should follow through where your pointer finger is. So wherever you want that ball to go, is like your pointer finger, which is the last piece of contact on the football. Technique wise, you want your pointer finger wherever you're releasing the ball to match wherever your all platform shoulder was. So my shoulder is here, and I want to go right here, and it's supposed to replace it, and that's where the ball should go 9 times out of 10. So if your shoulder's jacked up and you can't maneuver your shoulder to, little nooks here, I mean, I can understand how that's bad, but if that's the case, then we can just look back at 2021. He was trash then too, so it didn't
matter. I just don't think it, like, for him specifically, I just don't think it really affected his stock. I think people are still going to be in love with the traits. Again, it's just because guys like Josh Allen were successful, so they're like, "Hey, we can take a project and we can."
But my thing is,
we want.
How is Will Levis
I
even
got a
close?
rebuttal, but I'll let Alex finish first.
How is Will Levis even close to Josh Allen?
I do not agree, Sam. I am just the messenger.
I
am in the same boat as you.
I know that, but I'm tired of people saying that. Like, how can you say Will Levis and Josh Allen in the same sentence? I don't understand it. Where's that coming from?
I literally think it only comes.
You know where it's coming from.
I think it just comes from.
You know where it's coming from.
That's it. The arm. The arm.
No, that's not it.
We know what it is. We know what it is, but it's mainly because of the arm. Yeah. But it's mainly because
arm complexion.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it real funky, man. I think it was when I originally was doing the script for the show, I originally thought it was a huge missed opportunity. I'll pipe it down a little bit too. It was a missed opportunity. Only because in this setting, this is a setting where a quarterback like Will Levis should have and could have thrived. Yeah. Because not only are you clearly the best quarterback out there, but you have the potential to show and to prove to the scouts before they get their hands on Bryce, before they get their hands on Stroud or any other quarterback, hey, these guys are juniors. These guys are proven. These guys have played in big games, but I'm him too. So that's why I say it's a missed opportunity. I also say it's a missed opportunity for this reason. When it comes to the draft process, what's the biggest redemption factor for a team, for a player that played on a bad team?
A Senior Bowl, baby.
I say, oh yeah,
exactly. Because that's your chance to be with. You're finally on an equal playing level with everyone. Where you have equitable talent around you, and now what do you do? See, any player is gonna struggle naturally when they're playing with bombs. They're gonna struggle a little bit.
True.
When you're playing with equal talent and you're struggling, then I gotta look at you, bro. I gotta look at you and say, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we didn't get that opportunity. I wish we did. Even though Mayo Man is weird, and I found out today he eats bananas with the peel on. So that's another one I'm gonna use. This man puts mayo in his coffee and eats banana with the peel on. So this man's just truly living his best life, I guess.
I'm not gonna
But I
believe.
really wish
I'm gonna choose not to believe that for my sake. I'm gonna choose not to.
he said it out his own mouth though, bro.
I'm just
I mean, if
again.
anybody wants to see, I can show the picture from putting mayo in his coffee at the college.
Yeah. So we see that. We
see that.
see
Y'all,
that.
y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see that picture? I don't think you do. I don't want to show you.
No, no, man, no.
But yeah, Mayo Man missed a big opportunity, bro. Just in my opinion, well, not a big, but an opportunity, like I said.
Yep.
But we're at our last question. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Everybody's got things they gotta do. Alex had to take a call, so I'll excuse him. So I'm just gonna ask this, and I hope Alex will be able to get into this before we wrap up. Who are you looking most forward to seeing at the NFL Combine and why? It could be a player that we've talked about already from the Senior Bowl. It could be a junior who's a stud. It could be somebody who we don't even know. Who are you looking forward to most seeing at the NFL Combine, Dalen?
I mean, again, for me, I'm looking at the DBs, but specifically, I'm looking hard at Emmanuel Forbes and I'm looking hard at Deontay Banks. I really want to see what Deontay Banks looks like in them drills. I want to see him. I want to see his hips. I want to see. I need to see it. I need to see it. I also want to see him in the 40. I need to see. I need to get a general gauge of how fast he is. I don't think he's slow. It's not really just all that apparent on tape that he's I guess fast. But again, he's got good NFL speed. It is what it is. As for Forbes, if the rumor's true and he put on 15 pounds, I need to see did he maintain? Can he maintain? Can he maintain everything that he had? Can he do it? And if he can, then oh Lord, you expand that top 5 list to top 6, and you could put him against everyone in that 5.
Hard conversations, yes. We're gonna have some hard conversations. If he
will.
put on that 15 pounds and he runs and moves just the same, we're gonna have some very hard conversations, and they're gonna involve Clark Phillips being 5'10".
Yeah, man. But those are the main 2 I'm looking for. Obviously, I got my side. I got the dudes that we all got the studs that we're looking for.
I gotta go. I'm sorry to do it this way.
Nah, you good, brother. Appreciate you.
The 2 people I'm looking forward to see the most is Cody Mauch and Zay Flowers.
Of course.
All right, bro. You take care. We appreciate you being on tonight, bro.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Of course. Just as he was saying, I mean, man, look, I'm excited for Zay Flowers as well. I need to see Zay Flowers. I just need to see the 40. That's all. Of course, we got guys we're looking forward in the 40. I mean, me personally, like I said, probably 1B would be Zay Flowers. 1A, it's got to be Gibbs, bro. It's got to be Gibbs.
Why you still? All right, now you still my players, bro. Now you still my players. Come on.
I don't even understand. Gibbs. I don't want to see Gibbs do nothing else but a 40. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care what else he does. I just need to see him do a 40. That is it. That is literally it. But man, that's it, man. That's all I got.
I'm gonna give 4. I'm gonna give 2 offensive, and I'm gonna give 2 defensive. Offensive for me, I just want to just as a fan of the prospect, I cannot wait to see what B. John does. I mean, when I heard that he was gonna do everything, I got a football erection. Like I was excited. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, bro, like not only are you clearly RB1, but you're willing to go out there and show off. Bet I'll have my popcorn and my water ready. Like, you know what I mean? So I can't wait to kick my feet up and watch that on a Sunday. Another player, which is more of a serious, and I'm at looking at it from a scouting perspective, is JSN. I want to see if he runs. I want to see how he looks catching. I want to see how he just looks as a receiver. So I didn't get to see him much this year. Now, why? I mean, I've already made my jokes, so I don't know. I'm running out of them. I don't know why we didn't see JSN much this year. And an outlier because I feel like being extra is Kashawn Butte. I know he's going to be there, and I really hope that, in all seriousness, I really hope that he reminds people that he's him because he is. Um, he was in a situation where he was in a system where he was not utilized properly. It was clear that Brian Kelly had a personal issue with him, whether it was deserved or not. It was a personal issue, and they did not scheme to get their best player the ball.
Mhm.
And on top of that, you had Jay Daniels throwing you the ball. So I can't wait to see, somebody else throwing Kashawn Butte the ball and see how it looks after those two bad ankle surgeries
Mhm.
and after having fun with his wide receivers coach. Anyway,
Gracious.
anyway, too defensive. Um, I'm really really excited to see literally like all the corners, like all the top four. They're all gonna go. They're all gonna do the drills. Gonzalez, Porter, Smith, and Witherspoon. I feel like it's gonna be like no holds barred.
Of
I
course,
feel like they're gonna really be competing.
you got
I
two
feel like they're really gonna be competing against
DBs,
each
man.
other.
Hey, if there's nothing else that y'all need to do, tune in on the DBs, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great.
Is that Friday? That's Friday, right?
I think it's Friday. I think it's Friday.
Yeah, it's a good day. That's a good
Man,
way to start the weekend.
tune in to them
Specifically.
DBs, man. It's gonna be worth your watch. It's gonna be worth your watch, man.
And we'll have a preview and a recap for that. So
Yeah,
stay locked in this week because we gotta we flooding. We not even just posting. We flooding with content now. So y'all might as well just tap in with us all week because we gonna be here all week. And my last defensive player is just another fan favorite. I just want to see Will Anderson. I can't wait to see what he does testing wise. I want to see really specifically what he weighs. I've heard reports that he weighs 241. I want to see if it's true or not. Even though he's probably, according to some of our Avengers friends, probably eating a bunch of pizza and milkshakes right now. I want to see what he weighs. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how he looks, his body looks, to see if he's been pumping iron or anything. See if he had any weight. So yeah. But hey, yeah, that's all we got for this episode of Filmissart. It was really nice to be able to come in and reflect on something that was almost a month ago. But never better late than never, right?
heck yeah.
um, yeah, bro. Yeah, please subscribe to this channel. As you guys are gonna see when this comes out, this will be our third day in a row of posting content. We are grinding our butts off. The best way I can describe it is you can either see the growth, see the maturation, see the beautiful process that we're becoming now, or see it later. But you're gonna see it. You're not going anywhere. We have a lot of room to grow. We have a lot of places to go, and we're not stopping until we get there. So, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. We're a staff of 5 people. We work very hard. We all play our roles, and we play them to the best of our ability. So, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. Please share this video with your friends. Please share this video with people in the draft community, with your homies, your homegirls, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever. Just please like and share this video and please subscribe to this channel because we are 5 men of color who work hard and try to give y'all the best quality content we can give y'all. And that's the most you can ask for a bunch of guys in our 20s. So yeah, man, that's all we got. Dalen, got anything else to say? Cause I always get on these rants when we end. You got anything to say to people before we get off?
Man,
Any wise?
only thing I say is, man, look, I'm still excited for the DBs. Everybody go watch the DBs, please. If stop what you're doing, watch the DBs. If you got to watch clips, go watch the clips. Just make sure that you watch these DBs and make sure you watch Jahmyr Gibbs run a 40. That's it. That's all I got.
Jahmyr Gibbs is absolutely outstanding. I can't believe people think he's not physically fit to play running back in the NFL level. That's crazy. You don't have to be physically fit when you're that fast. When you run 22 miles an hour, I'm sorry, but why does it care how fit you are? You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Also, while I'm at it too, just for anybody that might watch this video and not know, the way you can watch the combine is you can watch on NFL Network if you have it. Also, if you have NFL Plus by chance, you can watch like an all 22 angle of the drills. So please, if you have that, take advantage of that because that's really cool. Really cool for shit they put out. But all right, man. Thank you guys again for watching this video. Please like, subscribe to this channel, and yeah, you guys have a blessed day.
Peace.